Alabama football rolls closer and closer to a showdown with Western Kentucky and Tuscaloosa. We're going to talk about that right here on the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. Also, A.K. Deer, one step closer to announcing that he's going to Alabama or maybe somewhere else. But we're going to talk about that as well. And who's the next Husky? Well, really the first Husky at the Crimson Tide's defense or on the Crimson Tide's defense. All that right here on the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Let's get this thing started. Got a special friend at the Pie Factory I'm going to let you guys talk to right after this. What do you say, everybody? There he is at the Pie Factory, or as my grandmother would say, factory, Pie Factory. That's Big Sexy Elmo. I'm Mick Gillespie. We're doing the show for you guys, even when some of us don't want to do it. We're doing it together. What's up, friend? How you doing?
Well, we recorded a little bit early. You have been hanging out with your pals from the next round, been having a good time. And you call me and you're like, "Hey, let's do a show." And I'm like, I'm not home right now."
Are you out of pocket? Would you call this out of pocket?
That's what they used to call it, is out of pocket. But everything's good, Mick. Hope you're doing well.
I'm going to tell you something right now before we talk about Alabama football. And I know people are going to be like, "I want to practice." That shirt is killer, dude. Did you get that out in Vegas at the Spear?
This was a friend of mine. There's a guy named Mitch Gillespie. He's an alter ego. But this guy, like right over here, bought this shirt for me. And it's like one of my favorites. And I get so many comments about it now.
Well, you look great. All right, let's talk about Alabama football, the battle for the Husky position. And it really comes down to a few players. They renamed all the positions at Alabama, so you with this new defense. But Husky position basically is Kane Womack's old star position. You remember star is what Nick Saban called that same spot. It's the slot defensive back position. And most of the time it's like safeties and, guys that can run a little bit, but also can tackle. Devontae Smith. Not the Smitty that won the Heisman, but the Smitty that's going to be the best defensive player in the country right now, working with the first team's players, right? Red Morgan, true freshman. One of these be like 4 or 5 stars, depending on what publication you look at. All of a sudden, he's a guy getting a lot of recommendations. People really like him. And then the other guy in this position is King Mack. You remember him. We loved his name, the transfer from Penn State.
Yeah, looking good. Going through. Hey, Mick, I'm telling you, we're about midway through practices now. We are almost at game week. It's getting down to the nitty gritty.
Stop that.
It is coming down to the nitty gritty, and man, I'm looking forward to it. And I've been loving the news that we get out of practice every day. We're starting to get a little bit of clarity on some of these positions, and it's fun to watch, man. But I'm just like everybody in the comments section. Everyone's ready to just kick this bad boy off. We've talked and talked and talked. Let's put the foot to the total leather, as they used to say.
Yeah, I love that idea. We're not quite there yet, but we're rolling that.
We're getting
direction.
close. Yeah, we're getting close.
We're getting closer. The thing is that you and I have, with our friend Jay Coker, we got a radio show to do. And we got to get all those things lined up so that when kickoff comes, our radio show is 100% exactly the way we need it to be.
Right. No pressure, Mick. No pressure.
All right, here's one that's interesting. A.K. Deer, Quitman, Mississippi. We've been talking about this guy for a while, the number 2 running back in the country, has set his commitment date. He was a Ole Miss commitment, and then he decommitted. Alabama, Ole Miss, Mississippi State in the mix for this guy. We all think he's coming to Alabama. I mean, let's go ahead and throw that out there. unofficial visit to Alabama. He was at the Champions Cookout July 28th. Took an official visit to Alabama June 14th to the 16th. Everybody feels like he's coming to the capstone. He's the number 31 player according to On3, and the number 2 running back. And now we will figure out, like, is he going back? Is he going to recommit to Ole Miss, or is he coming to Alabama? Is he coming to Alabama, Brett?
I think he's coming to Alabama. It's between Alabama and Ole Miss, and I think there's another team in the mix. But the favorites are obviously going to be Alabama and Ole Miss. And I think he's going to come to Alabama. And we've talked about him all summer long. This will be and it comes at such a great time. I think the 20th is on a Tuesday. And it would be like icing on the cake to get him like a week away from the season, kick it off.
Yeah, it would be. It would be fantastic. I would love to see it. Coach Robert Gillespie, although he's not my cousin, we should be cousins, doing a great job recruiting him, the Alabama running backs coach. And this is a guy that Alabama really feels like if they get him, the contribution he could make to this team is really important. And it's exciting, to see what happens here. But, it had a little bit of a negative. Now try to get back to positive, right? After losing some guys to Auburn. We'll see what happens in the long run. But AK Deer is set to go and announce where he's going to play football on the 20th. So no media availability today with Alabama football practice, but getting closer and closer to the start of the regular season. And it's just, I'm really excited, man. This is a great time for football fans.
Yeah, it is. And looking forward to it, Mick. Roll Tide. No calendar today, but I'll be back with it tomorrow.
All right. Hey, show's brought to you, obviously, by Pearl River Resort, but I want to tell you guys about Cover Crimson. I'm on that now. And covercrimson.com, message board. We got a lot of cool stuff going on. Clint Lamb and I do a show every day. Now, it's not as funny as our show, Brett. It's just not. It's a different show. So we'll give you 2 shows. You get this show in the morning, and then you get that show in the afternoon.
Hey, and y'all do a great job. I've been hearing a lot of really good things about it. Yesterday, a lot of folks talking about it, and looking forward to seeing.
Are you lying?
Do I?
Are you making that up? Are you serious?
No, look at me. I'm honest, Brett.
Man,
they call me Honest Brett.
Yeah, Clint's awesome, man. I've had so much fun, and it's like, being able to talk football and then talk the calendar with you. I guess we'll do that tomorrow. But guys, don't forget this opening kickoff. August 31st, Western Kentucky, right? Bryant-Denny Stadium, 6:00, and Alabama building towards that. Brett, are you a fan of Daniel Moore? Do you like Daniel Moore?
Do I like Daniel Moore? Of course.
Well, 2nd and 26, the Classic Edition. From now until Sunday, 25% off. That includes framing. Do you put pictures on the wall without framing, or do you frame them and put them up?
Oh, no. You got to frame them, man. Look, I'm classy. I don't put them up there with thumbtacks, even though most people in Walker County will.
Well, that's one thing to check out, guys. And the other thing is yesterday I spent some time with Barry Buckner from Tuscaloosa Hyundai. What a great dude, man. Like, shout out to Barry. Just hanging out in his office and talking, and we love him, man. We appreciate him for being a part of what we've done since day one. I mean, he was one of the first people to jump on the Tailgate show and say, hey, man, I'm on it. And I can't thank him enough. I want you guys, if you're interested in buying a new car, to go by there and just check out the rides that they have there. And Genesis of Tuscaloosa, he owns both of those. But, man, he's a great guy, and I can't appreciate him. Tell you guys how much I appreciate him more. The other thing I want to tell you, Brett, is that the show is brought to you by Pearl River Resort. I know you went down there and played roulette.
Yeah.
And the ball went on the thing, and you rolled it, and then it went around, and then you had to figure out if it was going to be black or red or whatever it was. They have more than that, though. They've got table games. They've got slots. They've got Golden Moon and they've got Silver Star. So those are the two casinos. And a guy like you, which you guys might not realize this, but Brett is an amazing golfer. You can go play Dancing Rabbit Golf Course when you bet $50 at the sportsbook. Did you bet $50 at the sportsbook?
I bet more than that at the sportsbook. I guarantee you that.
Yeah. Well, you could take 50 of it, go to Dancing Rabbit Golf Course, which is the Augusta you can play. You could just got to spend 50, and for $40, you can play the Augusta in Mississippi, right? Which is fantastic. The clubhouse is amazing, right, Brett?
Yes. We took a tour of it, and it's amazing, and it really is the Augusta you can play.
That's right. All that plus Geyser Falls, which is their water park, the spa, all that stuff at Pearl River Resort. And we appreciate them so much. Brett, roll tide, man.
Roll tide, my friends.
To Pearl River Resort.